Welcome everyone. In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Mandibuzz. I have not run Mandibuzz in the Great League in quite some time, guys, and that is just because it is still a bit risky, with all the Walreins running around, all the steel types like Stunfisk and Bastiodon. It's a bit risky, but a Pokemon with such a high stat product is definitely worth the risk, and it does have a very nice typing for the current meta in the Great League. Dark flying is amazing, is what that flying subtyping is what really sets it apart from Umbreon, which it often draws comparisons to. So Mandibuzz is going to be the lead on this team, and also on this team, we've got Defense Form Deoxys as the safe swap. So with this pseudo ABB style team, both of the Pokemon in the back don't really want to see a ghost type, especially Defense Form Deoxys. So we lead with Mandibuzz, and of course you're going to swap out on the losing leads, but you'll also want to swap out on those neutral leads into Toxicroak, who is also on this team, to try and draw out those Sableyes that are lurking around, those Trevenants, those Coffer Greguses that might be lurking in the back on your opponent's team. That way, Defense Form Deoxys doesn't have to see it, and Defense Form Deoxys can perform very well when shields are down. You definitely want to preserve those shields for Toxicroak, who is also on this team. As mentioned before, Toxicroak is a pretty solid safe swap, especially because you see a lot of Nidoqueens, which Toxicroak does have a very good time up against. Of course, those Walreins, and Toxicroak just hits like a truck. It is just very squishy, so you definitely want to prioritize your shields generally for Toxicroak on this team. And you should have a good time. I had a blast with this team. Mandibuzz is amazing. Like I said, with that flying subtyping, it really sets it apart from Umbreon because you actually only take neutral damage from those fighters, which makes it pretty interesting. I had a blast with this team, but without further ado, guys, we are hopping right into this first battle. I had a fun time with this team, went super positive with it, did 4 sets with it. And we are met with a Beedrill, and then they swap into a Talonflame. So this is a bit tricky. We want to chip away at the health on this Talonflame and maybe grab a shield. Talonflame cannot tank more than 2 foul plays from Mandibuzz plus the Snarl fast move pressure. So we're going to tank this. Even if it is a Brave Bird, Mandibuzz is as tanky as it gets, and we can tank it. But it is just a flame charge. The Talonflame is looking to rev up that damage output, and we're going to look to get off another foul play. We grab the shield, so now we swap into Defense Form Deoxys. That is actually the play to make here. Going to tank this. It is just a boosted Flame Charge. Even if it was a boosted Brave Bird, we could have tanked that. So now the play is to shield once and build up to back-to-back Psycho Boost. Our Defense Form Deoxys is getting pretty low. This Talonflame is putting in work on our team, so we are at the back-to-back. Gonna go for the first one. I imagine this gets the shield, and it does. We've got another one locked and loaded, which will absolutely take out the Talonflame, which is causing all sorts of problems for our team, and we do successfully flip switch advantage. That is amazing. So now we can come back in with our Mandibuzz on the Shadow Beedrill, and we don't have to tank anything from this Beedrill. We resist the drill runs, and the X-Scissors hit for neutral damage because of that flying subtyping, like I mentioned before. And they've got an XL Licky Tongue in the back, so here we go, guys. It is Toxicroak time. You'd love to see it. Gonna tank the first Body Slam. We can tank 1, but we definitely can't tank 2, and it looks like they closed the app. There's a lot of this going on. This go around in the Great League. People are just I guess getting tilted a lot easier this day and age in the current Great League, how it is. Unfortunate, they could have just top lefted, guys. They could have. It wasn't trending in the right direction for them, but we are just gonna close this first battle out with our Toxicroak. And one Mud Bomb does not KO, so we gotta go for another one. Could have just countered down. I wasn't sure which one would be more efficient to close out this abandoned game from our battler, and we do take out the Beedrill there. Pretty dominant. Had to get past that Talonflame, but once we did that, it was smooth sailing. That's going to be a good game. This was a solid team for sure in the Great League. It did very well today. Mandibuzz is always a fun pick. You got to have the right team because with the current meta, it is a bit risky. But if you have the right team, my goodness, is it good? And we are met with an Altaria lead. So, interesting lead for us. It is a bit tricky as Altaria did have a community day. And that move is Moonblast. And that would hit us for a lot of super effective damage. So, we're going to stay in here a little bit. And we really need to chip at the health on this Altaria before we look to make a play into Defense Form Deoxys. We do shield up the Moonblast. As tanky as Mandibuzz is, that would have done quite a bit. So did shield that up, and they're not shielding, but we're going to look to get to one more foul play, see if we can either get this Altaria very low or grab a shield. That way we are even on shields here. And we do grab the shield, so that's where we make the play into Defense Form Deoxys. Gonna tank whatever this is. We know Defense Form Deoxys is an absolute tank and can tank damage for days. We do tank that Sky Attack, and they make a play into a Shadow Snorlax. Holy smokes. Shadow Snorlax in the Great League. Very interesting. Of course, this Lick Fast Move Pressure is hitting us for tons of super effective damage, but we did get to back-to-back Psycho Boost. I think that's the play here. Just go back-to-back. They're not likely that they will shield, as Snorlax is pretty tanky. I'm going to go for the second one, and it does not KO, but those licks with the Shadow bonus take us out. So we come in with Toxicroak to get ahead on energy, and we don't want to go down on shield. So we're going to look to catch the Sky Attack on Mandibuzz, making the plays in the Great League. You love to see it. And they have a Lurentis in the back. So we're going to go for the Aerial Ace. It is an awful move, but it does hit for super effective, and they tank that like a champ. Holy smokes, they are saving that last shield until the very end here. Gonna just pressure that shield with a resisted Mud Bomb. Toxicroak hits like a truck, so even resisted, it would do quite a bit, and they do shield. That is amazing. So we know that Altaria is still alive in the back. We don't want to risk farming it down with counters, so we are going to farm the Lurentis down to have a charge attack ready for the Altaria. And they do go double Leaf Blade. That is resisted, of course, with our poison typing, and they saw the writing on the wall that Altaria was extremely low, so they conceded the match. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Toxicroak closing the game strong. You love to see it. That was amazing. Had a blast with this team in the Great League. Pretty solid team for sure. And we are met with a Wigglytuff. Awful lead. We are getting the heck out of here just as fast as we can into Deoxys. And gotta look to play this out. They are staying in a little bit, so we're gonna take advantage of that and either pressure some health or pressure a shield on this Wigglytuff. It poses all sorts of problems for our Mandibuzz, of course, and they make a play into a Drifblim. What the heck? This is looking like hard counter city right off the bat. What the heck is going on here? They hit us with an Icy Wind. We are going to go for the Thunderbolt here. We have been debuffed, so they may tank this. If they do, it'll do quite a bit. Does about 50% of their health. We'll take it, and we are thinking we can get to a Psycho Boost. That is amazing. Because of the debuff, I don't think that this will KO, and it doesn't, so that is unfortunate. Not able to flip switch against the Drifblim. So the play here now, they are loaded up on energy. We're going to tank all of these super effective icy winds. We don't care. We are loading up on energy because we plan on swapping into our Toxicroak. And here we go. They come back in with that Wigglytuff, and it is just charming away. These charms, of course, do hit for neutral, but they have stab, and Toxicroak is not the bulkiest Pokemon around. We are holding our own a little bit, but the health is getting a little too low, guys. They still have a fully healthy Pokemon in the back. We don't know what that is. Our only hope is that Mandibuzz can take it out. Toxicroak does have some energy left. Going to counter down the Drifblim. And they've got an Azumarill in the back, and we can't get the Sludge Bomb off. And we top left that. That was unreal, guys. Hard counter city, my goodness. Couldn't quite overcome that one. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Tell you guys, don't you just love when you get paired up with a team that you have zero chance of winning against? You love to see it. But we are met with a Cofagrigus, so this is a very, very favorable lead for us. We are staying right here. Mandibuzz absolutely dominates Cofagrigus, and they come in with a Walrein, so it is Toxicroak time yet again. It looks like we got one back with the hard counter. Phenomenon, guys. So gonna shield this up, and it's the Earthquake, so we call that correctly. Holy smoke. So now we just farm all the way down, and they said, no way, I am out of here. The hard counter phenomenon worked in our favor that time. That's gonna be a good game. Well played to this battler. Had tons of fun with Mandibuzz with these battles. I wish it had PvP optimized IVs, but this one's just a hatch, but it is still performing extremely well. Mandibuzz is an absolute tank, and we are met with a Shadow Nidoqueen. So at some point, we're going to want to swap out here. Of course, we all know Nidoqueen typically comes paired with at least a Scrafty in the back, so that is looking pretty good for our back line. Gonna tank the first Poison Fang and look to get off a Foul Play and chip away at the health on this Nidoqueen. It would do quite a bit. Doesn't KO, but they shield, so it is Toxicroak time. That means there's something weak to Nidoqueen in the back. So we come in with Toxicroak, and it's a Medicham, so they're not running Scrafty. At least it seems. So we did get way ahead on energy, so we're gonna go for the Sludge Bomb, and Medicham tanks the Sludge Bomb. We are still up a shield because that Nidoqueen shielded up our Foul Play, so we are gonna take advantage of that. And if they want to flip switch, they're gonna have to go down on shields. They don't. They let their Medicham go down. We are looking pretty good. Toxicroak is going off on this team. It's still relatively healthy. Healthy enough to get to a super effective Mud Bomb on this Nidoqueen, and they shield again. Holy smokes, what the heck do they have in the back? We're not able to get to another Mud Bomb, but that is quite all right. We're kind of thinking about what we should come in with. Gonna look to come in with Mandibuzz here and just soak some damage and try and take out this Nidoqueen. We are still up 2 shields. That is amazing. Whenever you can get a 2-shield advantage on your opponent, you are in good shape. And they catch our Foul Play on Azumarill. Holy smokes, what a catch. But you have no shields, my friend, and it is not looking good. They took one look at Deoxys. Azumarill against Deoxys with no shields is not good for Azumarill. They knew that, so they conceded the match. And that wraps up the first set of the video, guys, with Mandibuzz in the Great League. You'll love to see it. Nice 4-in-1 set, guys. Holy smokes. Could have been a 5-0 if we didn't get that impossible team comp earlier. But my goodness, 4-1 with Mandibuzz so far in the Great League is not bad at all. You just really have to have some good, solid coverage for the strong ice types like Walrein. But guys, we got more battles coming right up here. So when you're team building for Mandibuzz, you really want to just cover Walrein, Bastiodon, and Azumarill, guys. And I think that we've got those covered with this team here. And here we go. We got a Trevenant. That's an amazing lead for us. Mandibuzz absolutely dominates Trevenant. And if they stay in like this, they're going to try and catch, and we are not falling for that. We go into Toxicroak here. Probably should have just gone into Deoxys. That would be the play. It's okay. It's a very minor thing, but Deoxys is the best answer for Walrein because we wouldn't have had to shield that Icicle Spear there. So we're going to tank this one. They're not bothering to threaten with an earthquake, so we're not going to overshield. We're not going down on shields. We can farm down before they get to another icicle spear, and our Toxicroak is loaded on energy, expecting the Trevenant to come back in. We have nearly 2 sludge bombs. We're going to look to get off one. Trevenant can tank 1 sludge bomb from Toxicroak, but they shield, and we're going to try and get to another one, and we can't quite get to it. That is okay. Mandibuzz is absolutely loaded because we exercised some discipline and didn't throw. Going to look to get off a foul play, and they shield again. Makes me wonder what they have in the back. We don't need to shield anything from Trevenant. It can do nothing to Mandibuzz, and they make a play into Registeel. Holy smokes, guys. Battle of the overpowered mythicals in the Great League. You love to see it. We are up a shield, and we know that we can absolutely tank a Zap Cannon. We do get that debuff, but that is okay. We can just look to go for these neutral Thunderbolts, which do chunk a little bit on the very bulky Registeel here. It's really the counter damage that really sets it apart and makes this matchup pretty good, especially when you're up a shield. All we have to do is shield up whatever this is. It's a focus blast, but we are definitely in range for one. And gonna look to get rid of this Registeel with a Thunderbolt, and we say bye-bye Registeel Deoxys. Winning the battle of the overpowered mythicals. Gonna look to just chip this Trevenant with a Psycho Boost. Wasn't sure if foul play would KO, but we go for the combo play because we had loaded energy on Mandibuzz. Combo play, and in the Great League, we say bye-bye Trevenant, and we say good game. Well played to our opponent. That's the beauty of Mandibuzz. All of the strong ghost types in the Great League get dominated by Mandibuzz. You love to see it. Let's see what we have up next here. Bastiodon, awful lead. We are getting the heck out of here. We're actually going to go into Toxicroak because Bastiodon usually has a Sableye or Medicham, but they have a Trevenant. So this is looking like a line that is getting more and more popular. It's Bastiodon double ghost. So Bastiodon lead with Trevenant and Sableye in the back. Not great for our back line. Obviously, Mandibuzz runs right through Trevenant and Sableye. So we're going to try and flip switch here. It is a very daunting task to try and flip switch. It is impossible. I don't think Toxicroak wins the 2 shield. But we're going to bait with a Mud Bomb and see what they want to do. They do shield. They definitely want to keep switch advantage. Smart move by them. Not able to flip this one, but just going to come in here with Mandibuzz and look to play this out. But they switch back in the Bastiodon, guys. Oh, man, I think they made a massive misplay. I think the play was to just stay in because if you aggressively switch out like that, you're switch locked and you don't know what we have in the back. We happen to have a Deoxys that was just lurking in the back, waiting for that Bastiodon, and we're going to take full advantage of that. Just going to get off a Thunderbolt to chip, and we can just farm all the way down from here. This Bastiodon's not getting to another move, and we are loaded on energy, expecting the Trevenant to come back in. If it does, we've got a Psycho Boost locked and loaded for it, and they do come back in. That is amazing. Gonna look to get off this Psycho Boost. If it lands at full power, it will KO. We say bye-bye Trevenant, and they've got a Shadow Banette. Holy smokes. Guys, if you're unfamiliar with Banette, it hits like a truck, guys, but it is exceedingly glassy. This foul play will absolutely one-shot, and we say bye-bye Shadow Banette. Holy smokes. Instead of Sableye, they had Banette. You love to see it. I love it. And good game. Well played to our opponent. Shouts to the Spice with Shadow Banette in the Great League. I love it. It's a shame it doesn't have a good bait move because that would really make it viable. But we are met with a Hypno. This is a very favorable lead. We are staying right here. Now, Hypno typically comes paired with Dark type of some sort in the back, usually Scrafty, so looking pretty good for our back line if we are reading this team comp correctly. We, of course, dominate Hypno. Even the potential Thunder Punch or Ice Punch don't really do a whole lot to Mandibuzz. Hypno doesn't hit particularly hard. So we can stay right here, and it looks like they're looking to soft lose lead here as they are staying in on this awful matchup. We, of course, are double resisting those confusions, and they've got a Azumarill in the back. I was not expecting to see an Azumarill, so we wasted some energy here throwing an Aerial Ace. We should have held on to that energy and just went right into Deoxys because we let that Azumarill get a couple of bubbles in, so they are ahead on energy. But we did chip at the health a little bit. We are going to shield this up. Could have been a Hydro Pump, and it was. Making the right call here. I would have done quite a bit. So we want to flip this. That's why we shielded that. And we know that we can outpace, and they finally swap out into Skarmory. So we were totally off on our team read. This is a very unconventional team for Hypno. That is quite all right. Defense Form Deoxys does have a solid win over both Azumarill and Skarmory, and that Thunderbolt did quite a bit of super effective damage. Not going to shield this. They did not bother building up to a Brave Bird, so we can tank Sky Attacks all day from Skarmory. Not a big deal at all. And they are definitely in Psycho Boost range, but we didn't really want to debuff ourselves because we know that they do still have that Azumarill left in the back, but we're going to swap into Toxicroak here and look to play this out with Azumarill. We are even on shields. They are getting within Sludge Bomb range. They're not quite there yet. Gonna shield up the first, play rough. We can tank a play rough, no problem. But we are gonna bait with a Mud Bomb here, as they are now in Sludge Bomb range. But they call the Mud Bomb. That is a gutsy play right there. Holy smokes. They get to another play rough. Can Toxicroak hang on? This is close, and it does. Holy smokes, Toxicroak. I was surprised that did not KO, so we went for the Mud Bomb out of a little bit of panic, and we grabbed that last shield. That is amazing. This Azumarill is now energy dry. They just threw a move. Can Mandibuzz close this out with a type advantage? And it does, of course. Getting to the Aerial Ace. This is absolutely going to KO the very tanky Azumarill. Valiant effort. Holy smokes, that was a close one. But Mandibuzz came through in the end. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Mandibuzz coming in clutch, taking out the Azumarill to close the game strong. You love to see it. Had a blast with Mandibuzz with these battles here. Very solid Pokemon. And we are met with a Malamar. Very, very fun pick for the Great League. Malamar runs Superpower and Foul Play as its charge attacks. We don't have to respect anything from this Malamar. We, of course, are double resisting these Psycho Cuts. They go for the resisted Foul Play and make a play into Azumarill. So here we go. We meet this Azumarill with our Defense Form Deoxys. We do win this in the 2 shield, so we are perfectly fine taking it to the 2 shield if necessary to take out this Azumarill because Mandibuzz wants no part of an Azumarill. Gonna look to go for a Thunderbolt here. They can tank this, no problem. But they can't tank 2, so they are holding on to those shields for now. Gonna tank the Play Rough here. We can tank it. And gonna look to get to another Thunderbolt and see what this Azumarill wants to do. We're not gonna go for the Psycho Boost. We don't need to. We can win this going straight Thunderbolt. No need to unnecessarily debuff yourself by 2 stages. Thunderbolt is all you need. We do outpace this Azumarill to these Play Roughs. And gonna look to get off another one. If they want to go down on shields, by all means, but they don't. They let the Azumarill go. That is amazing. Azumarill is such a problem for Mandibuzz, and they come back in with the Malamar. They can, of course, take us out with a Foul Play. Malamar is super spammy. Not the tankiest around, but it does have a very interesting typing and a very solid moveset. Gonna come in with Toxicroak, and they come in with a Talonflame, but we had loads of energy on our Mandibuzz because we did not throw our energy. And I'm going to look to get off a Foul Play and really pressure this Talonflame right off the bat. Going to go for another one. They're going to have to start shielding at some point. And we will expend our last shield on this Talonflame. We are just about within range of a Brave Bird. It wouldn't KO, but we don't want to risk it. It is just a Flame Charge. That's okay. We are just 1 Snarl off from a Foul Play. This will be coming close to KOing the Talonflame. It doesn't quite KO. Mandibuzz doesn't hit the hardest, but that is okay. This Talonflame is just about done. Mandibuzz did the job, and they make an aggressive play back in the Malamar. Going to just chip with an Aerial Ace, and then make a play in the Toxicroak to close this game strong. The beauty of Toxicroak is we don't have to worry about these charge moves at all. Both of them are resisted with our poison and fighting typing, and we really just have to be concerned with the super effective cycle cuts, but they don't do a whole lot. This Talonflame has 1 HP, and we're gonna throw fuel on the fire and throw some sludge on the Talonflame. You'd love to see it. Whenever you can douse a Talonflame with some sludge, you do it, and we did there. So good game, well played. Shouts to Malamar in the Great League. That is a fun pick for sure. Loving all the fun picks that we're seeing lately with the interlude season of Pokemon Go Battle League. Having tons of fun this season, and we are met with a Bastiodon, one of the worst leads you could possibly see. We're going to go into Toxicroak, so whenever we see Bastiodon, we go into Toxicroak because we don't want to come in with Deoxys because there could be a Sableye, but they have a Grotle, guys, and if they meet you with a Shadow Razor Leafer, you can bet the house that there is a second Razor Leafer in the back, a very infamous line, and this looks like the classic version with Grotle. I don't think that in the classic version Grotle is supposed to be Shadow, though, but that is okay. Expecting another Razor Leafer to come on in, and there it is, right on cue. Shadow Victory Bell. I just want to sludge this thing because I don't think they'll shield, and they don't shield. That's what you get. There you go. You got a sludge bomb for your troubles, Mr. Victory Bell. And we come back in with Mandibuzz. They meet us with the Bastiodon, and it's lights out. Nothing pleases me more than to shut down the Bastiodon double Razor Leafer team. And that is the way you end the video, guys. That is the end of set number 2 in this video. Ending it with a bang, dominating the ever so infamous Bastiodon double Razor Leafer team. You'll love to see it. Finishing it off with a solid 5-0 in the Great League. You don't get much better than that. That was amazing, guys. So, as you can see, this team is super solid for the Great League. Mandibuzz has dropped in usage with the shift in the meta with all of the Walreins around. Got a lot of strong steel types like Bastiodon, like Stunfisk. So Mandibuzz has not seen as much usage as of late. So I thought I want to give it a try. Really taking advantage of the interlude season 11 of Pokemon Go Battle League to really challenge myself on using picks that are not quite as common. So that's what we did with Mandibuzz here today, guys, and we built a super solid team around it. Had tons of fun with it. Went super positive with this team here. Did 4 sets with it. Got a 4-1, 5-0, a couple of 3-2s. The 3-2s, those losses, gonna be honest, guys, were super hard counters. Nothing really to write home about, but super positive with this team, guys. Had a blast with it. Mandibuzz on the lead, pretty solid. And we've got some solid coverage for the weaknesses of Mandibuzz with our 2 Pokemon in the back. It's sort of a dual safe swap dynamic. You could really safe switch into either Deoxys or Toxicroak. It really depends on what you're reading on your opponent's team. If you think that there's a ghost type in the back, I had been going in with Toxicroak, but you could really safe switch either one to draw out a ghost type, and then Mandibuzz will come in, finish off that ghost type, and you should have a good game from then on out. Had a blast with this team. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to give the video a like. That is truly the best way to really help the channel grow. You hit that like button, really let YouTube know that you liked the content. That way they can know to recommend it to others that might also enjoy the content as well. But I had a blast, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.